Welcome back to Marathon Life Mastery. I'm Matthew, and we're going to check out another series from A Way of a Master by Elliot Eli Jackson. This week's series is about how the Master is a banister of hope. Let's get in with it. Being this banister of hope here, this banister is solid. You know what I'm saying? This one's steel. Some of y'all's places might not be like this, but a real master, theirs will be just like this one. I'm telling you, I already know. So what the master is going to be showing us here is that they're here to offer compassion and stability and support and let you know that all is well. The master tends to inspire others to believe in their dreams and that they can do it. Man, I crashed out a little bit on my path. Whether I was just in life running real quick and had my businesses flowing and everything. I took a little step back, went on a little bit of a spiritual journey, and in my spiritual journey, y'all, I found some true masters that did give me that true support I needed. In the Way of a Master, in this chapter, it'll go in to talk about how the master will also step back. Because when you step back, you can now allow that person to kind of inspire themselves. Now the master, they done held your hand, they done showed you the play. They inspired you. Now that somebody, another master, myself, whoever, can inspire you, now we have to step back to allow you or whoever they're assisting and helping at the time to be able to self-motivate and to follow through on what they said they would do. This type of support and action is great help and very comforting. But at some point, it's kind of like riding a bike. When you first started as a kid, I remember helping my daughter out. She needed them little training wheels, but at some point, daddy wasn't going to be able to hold that seat. That's the same thing. That master, these rails need to go away to see if I was going to fly on my own out here and play this game the way I said I was going to play it. That from them was the biggest act of love, the most helpful thing they could have done to allow me to feel like I did this, and almost instead of feeling like that the master did it for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know that ain't how this works. It gives you an area so that you can find inner strength and raise your own vibration. Now once you align with self, raise your frequency and vibration, and align with source, boom, here come the master again. Basically just to say congratulations. I told you could do it. I told you was the one. I knew you was him whole time. So the key is to get in alignment, raise your vibration, and find that support, a little bit of detachment from your master, and that's a great act of love. Speaking of which, that's why I love my spiritual family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping me and that step back. To be a banister of hope. To be a banister of hope, one must stay grounded. Very important, y'all. One must stay grounded in their own practice of prayer and meditation. Now, I know practice prayer and meditation and everybody talking about it. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a battle for me. And it's not even really a battle for real. It's just to get in the routine. And then what does it look like? I know for me, I came from one religion, and I used to think I knew what prayer looked like, to then moving on to this spiritual sense and self, happening to retrain myself a little bit on how to pray and how to meditate. The meditation's been nice because then I can quiet this down a little bit, dump my brain out, put my thoughts down. I do my journaling, a gratitude practice, just so I can stay grounded and be a banister of hope for others like yourself, and be that support. So, prayer and meditation, top of the list. Now, that allows you to be a reliable and steadfast for others. Just as this handrail doesn't falter, when you are grounded in source energy of love and wisdom that connects all, that's when everything will then line up and fall into place. This banister of hope is not really the destination, but the guide. See, I can kind of show you the ropes, show you how to pray, show you how to meditate, show you all these 22 ways of a master. But then it'll be up for you to say, okay, I see what he gave me. Now I need to turn it into this over here, because this over here is what makes sense for me and the way I operate as a human being out here in this planet. That way you can connect with source yourself. That's been one of my highest, that's all I was trying to do. I was always connected. I done forgot. I ran off, did this, that, and the other, blamed other people, fell victim to other things. Then was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. I forgot. I am him. I am source. And I am the reason that I'm able to do these things. When you are able to come into that, that's when you are able to be not only a banister of hope for others around you, those people in your family, those people that look up to you as a role model and an inspiration. So as I come in and reflect on this, I want to ask questions like, who has been a banister of hope for you? I know I got some banisters of hope. I got a long list. Sometimes it could be your spouse, your partner. You know what I'm saying? It could be your homeboy that you grew up with. This could be aunt. You know what I'm saying? This could be your grandfather, your mama, your daddy. This could be, like I said, I had to go and I had to travel states away, meet a whole new spiritual family that took me in and said, you know what? We believe in you. As a matter of fact, they dang near believed in me more than I believed in myself at the time, and was able to say, you know what? You got this. We know you got this, and this how you gonna do it. More importantly, then, you get through your journey, who can you support? I know I got a couple kids I like to support. I like to show them the way that this is done. No matter what, I'm going up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going up this, So you gotta have a little something to hold on to. I got your back. I got you on your way. Because being a banister of hope for others and the ones you love and care for is really impactful on each of our lives. Not having anyone to turn to and feeling lost is I can relate. Like I said, I've been there in the journey. Just being able to go outside and find that guidance. Some people might not even know it exists. Some people don't even know where to turn. You know what I'm saying? We're busy. We're running to different things, looking for an outlet on how to come up out of survival mode, out of our own pain, despair, our own little struggle. And that's definitely one of the greatest acts right there. Shoot, I'm looking at some masters right now, even on how to create these videos. I've been struggling on creating these videos, y'all. And I was thinking, man, I need somebody to train me just a little bit more. I need a handrail on how to work these videos and edits and maybe even self-confidence to be able to put out what I need to reach people that are trying to reach me. Now, when I talk about myself as a master and helping others, I know that I'm rooting for you. I know that There's nothing you can't do. You know, if you need assistance, bang my line. Hit me up. Hit me in the chat. Anything. Leave a comment. My email. I'm around. And I'm always here to help. You know, I get you through the course and then get you to where you know your gifts, you know your talents, and you know how you can raise your frequency and vibration and then become a help for others. That's what I got for this week's episode of Marathon Life Mastery and my series on The Way of a Master from my mentor, Elliot Eli Jackson, one of the dopest masters I know out here. That's my take on the Banister of Hope. Thanks for visiting my channel today. Leave a comment.